So I pissed a lot of people off in my last blog. I wish I could say I don't care, I love it, but I do and I don't. Because this is important to me and clearly to y'all as well. Um, the comments went crazy. I never seen my comments like this in my life before. You understand? It's too many for me to go. I answered some, you know what I'm saying? Too many to go through. I didn't make it through all of them. I feel like for the most part, the comments they wasn't disrespectful, just strongly disagreeing, right? Strong, and I'm okay with that. I genuinely am. Um, some of them were wrong though. You know what I mean? People were saying that, accusing me of not of being a racist or whatever, not rocking with Latinos and this, that, and the third. I mean, no, that's not true. Simply not true. Um, People talk about rock, you don't know what you're talking about, right? You you saying this, you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't even know what a tether was. You didn't even know what. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I've been trying to make this whole time. Like, I don't know if y'all watched all of the blogs that I did on this topic. But this is about the fifth one, probably the sixth one, right? And I kind of said everything that I needed to say in the first and second blog, maybe. The everything after that is kind of just response to what y'all have been saying. Well, not everything, but I want to say a lot of what I've been doing since then on this topic is responding to y'all, the audience, the fans or whatever, the people watching. Um, But the point I'm trying to make, when you say I don't know, you don't even know what a tether, you didn't even know what a tether was, and FBA don't mean this, it means that, and blah 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 blah. You looking wild ignorant, Rock. That's the point I was trying to make, in case some of y'all understand what I was saying, but some of y'all don't. That's the point I'm trying to make. If I, a foundational Black American, don't know all of the ins and outs of it, I can't demand that from anybody else. I also can't assume that somebody else knows it. A lot of y'all look at me like, how you don't know? I didn't. For me, no, I did. My bad. But for me, it wasn't something that was talked about in my daily life circle, right? If somebody would have asked me before all of this popped off, if somebody would have brought up FBA, son, you down with the FBA? I would have been like, what you talking about? Because like I said, it's not the. Then they would have said foundational Black Americans. I'd have been like, absolutely. You understand? I got. So I'm mixed with light skin and dark skin. I can't trace my roots no further than down south, right? That's what I would have said. And at that point, my understanding of FBA and its definition was, I said this in an earlier video, some of us came to America during the slave trade, the slave kidnapping. Some of us were here before that, right? Because all of us didn't get on this side through slavery. Some of us been here, right? I don't know which one I fall under. You understand what I'm saying? All I know is that my daddy family is from Atlanta. My mama family is from South Carolina, right? All those people, whether you was here before whether you Black and you was here before slavery, or whether you was Black and you came here during the slave kidnapping, you FBA. That was my understanding of it before all of this. Now, when all of this came, but as I said, if somebody would have randomly brought it up in a conversation, you know what I'm saying, I would have had to go, for clarification, because it wasn't something that I talk about every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like ADOS, like I was speaking to a loved one on the matter, and she was like, and she was kind of getting at me. She's like, because we talked about that before. I didn't remember that. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? She was like, but this was years ago. She was like, we talked about ADOS and FBA. I'm like, yeah, I don't. The way my memory is set up, you understand what I'm saying? But I did, like I said, I was familiar with FBA. I heard that mentioned more often, so it re-familiarized itself in my brain more than ADOS. I haven't heard that term in a while. I had somebody in my comments talking. I mean, some people in the comments are talking. They making it like I'm against Latinos. That's not true. Then there are people in the comments talking about, I don't know, I'm against FBA. How am I? I can't be against both of them. Well, maybe yes I could, but I'm not. I don't understand how y'all got, how people got from that video both things, that I was not in support of them or I was a racist or whatever. Yeah, so everything that I've been saying in these, not everything, but most of what I've been saying when I come back and when I blog about these things, about this thing, is the fact that I'm showing y'all that I don't know fully. And every day, even y'all are in the comments disagreeing with each other on the meaning of FBA and, who FBA considered to be tethers and who, and so on. It's debates amongst, well, since ain't nobody showing their face, I can't tell if they FBAs. Well, not nobody, but a lot of the people with all this smoke, they not showing their face. They're not, it's just a C or a D or something like there's no, and they're arguing with each other, right? About the definition of tether and FBA. So only thing I'm trying to do is show y'all that if me, somebody who's FBA, somebody who was a 5%er, somebody who's rooting for everything black, if I wasn't fully aware of, the nooks and crannies of the FBA movement or definition or so on and so forth, like if I wasn't all the way in the know, then I wouldn't expect Fat Joe to be. But I also said, being that, I came to a place in my analyzation of the whole thing. I also said, if Fat Joe he done stepped over into politics and all of that, right? He should know. You understand? You step over in it, that's something that you should know. And, I came to that. I wasn't there in the very beginning, right? But, you know what I'm saying? I was speaking strictly of this isolated incident. The whole thing, what happened on the math, what Fat Joe said on Math Hoffa's show, My Expert Opinion. I was not talking about Fat Joe's whole history. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not absolving him of anything. Like, people are talking about this the 20th thing he did. I didn't know that. I don't study Fat Joe like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Fat Joe fan. I was a big Pun fan. I mean, Fat Joe music is good, but I don't study Fat Joe, right? Also, yeah. So I didn't know, I didn't know about all 20 things that he might have done before this. I am familiar with the verses, right? And when the verses happened, I hated that. It made me cringe. I was disgusted with it, right? But I also asked myself, I used to blog back then. No, I wasn't blogging. I believe me, Strang, and my man DJ Rec was still doing the podcast back then when that verses happened, right? And I don't remember what I said on it, right? But what I'm saying on it now is, yes, I was disgusted. I hated that. It was the most cringe. Nah, I wasn't with that. I did not rock with that under no circumstances. I condemned that. And if I didn't condemn that then, I'm condemning it now. But what I can also say is this: if the verses was between Fat Joe and Ja Rule, what if that verses was between Ja Rule and 50 Cent? What if? And then what if 50, because actually that's the verses Ja Rule was supposed to have. You understand what I'm saying? Even, if they really had smoke. I mean, not that he should have had, but I'm just saying that's the natural opponent. You know what I'm saying, for Ja Rule. Fat Joe was his man, right? If that would have been 50 Cent, now keep it real, y'all. Keep it real. If that would have been 50 Cent, would we have reacted to him saying the exact same thing that Fat Joe said to the young ladies? Zavita and I don't remember who else. Don't kill me. Somebody, I couldn't think of Tariq Nasheed's name in my blog yesterday. Somebody was mad about that. Somebody was really mad, like, because I had a brain fart. Man, shut up. Anyway, if 50 Cent would have said that, if he would have been versing Ja Rule, and it would have got disrespectful, if he would have said that about the young ladies that Ja Rule, that came out and performed with Ja, right? Would we have all reacted the same, right? Now, I understand Fat Joe is not 50 Cent. 50 Cent is FBA, right? But, or as far as I know, right? But what I'm saying is, and this seems to trigger a lot of y'all, I'm sorry. It is what it is. In New York, we grow up next door to Latinos. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have interact, like I said, there was some tension between us and some of the Latinos. I don't deny none of that. There was tension between FBAs and Latinos. There was tension at times between FBAs and Caribbeans. I've experienced it. I'm 51. I've experienced all of this, right? But, as a lot of us say, our people are too accepting. Some of us say that. Because even with that going on, experiencing tension with, FBAs, or with non-FBAs, you still accepted them. If they was cool with you, you didn't just return that energy because, not normally, you got some people who would have, but you didn't normally just return that energy because of what you might have went through with this one. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, as much smoke as we might have had with the MLCs, or not even smoke, because I didn't feel like the MLCs had a real rival as I was growing up. It wasn't nobody. They didn't have real ops. They was the boogeyman, right? Even though that, I had Puerto Rican friends. You know what I mean? MLC was a gang that was in Brooklyn when I was a kid. It stood for Music Loving Crew. The feds never knew what hit them. You understand what I'm saying? Because music was the least important thing about their vibe. The least prominent thing in their vibe. Them niggas was terrorists. Anyway, I did have a friend that was MLC though. 2 of them. Anyway. We grew up being very accepting. That's what happens. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's been our history, right? But I'm not cool with Fat Joe. I'm not I'm not cool with Fat Joe, right? I'm cool with Cuban. Cuban Link is my man. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't be. Even if I wanted to be cool with Fat Joe, that wouldn't. You understand what I'm saying? Cuban Link is my man. I got drunk stories with me and Cuban Link that's funny. Understand what I'm saying? Also, if I was afraid of Fat Joe, I just wouldn't have blogged on this topic. You understand what I'm saying? I'd have left it alone. I'm just saying I'm just saying that in this isolated event, I wasn't convinced, or I'm not convinced, that Fat Joe intended to diss all FBAs. That's all I said. And because I don't agree with fuck Fat Joe, he la 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 la. Because I don't agree with that, I'm getting all of this smoke. Again, I don't feel like this. I appreciate y'all, because I don't feel like all of this smoke was disrespect. I feel like all of this smoke was hard disagreement. You know what I'm saying? And an attempt at correction. You understand what I'm saying? Some people were disrespectful and all that, but even then it was. I've seen worse. You know what I mean? I don't like it, but it's all good. I respect the unity. I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't agree with that thing. That one thing. When I said all of the too tough to teach, too hard to be humble, pause, and all of what, too street to study, I wasn't. You think I'm bigging that up? I don't know if that's what y'all thought. No. That shit is now cipher. I do not agree with that. I am absolutely not too tough to teach. Too hard. I was saying that's what Son is. You know what I mean? Too hard to be humble, because if he wasn't, he would have already apologized already. You understand what I'm saying? I'm assuming, just me trying to put myself in his shoes or inside his head. I'm like, why he ain't apologized yet? He don't want to be, because I know somebody that he loved put him on already. You know what I mean? And I'm like, he too hard to be, he just too hard to be humble. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna bite you in the ass. You know what I mean? People talk about him. Listen, bro. I saved. No, I don't want to get. That's a story for another. That might piss a hole, opening another can of worms. But I have some very good friends that are Puerto Rican, that are West Indian. You know what I mean? I'm from Brooklyn. Like, we grow up amongst all of these things, right? But yeah, the truth is the truth, and I'm not saying that what I'm telling y'all is the truth. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying that these were truly my thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what Fat Joe was really thinking, right? But I just don't, from the way I grew up and what I seen, you understand what I'm saying? Like, when it comes down to, I might have got distracted and ADHD myself off topic. The whole versus thing, where I said, like, 50 could have said that, and I don't think we would have had the same reaction. Yes, Fat Joe ain't 50, he ain't FBA. But what I was getting at is, Fat Joe think, is this correct? Fat Joe think he got a pass. Well, he has had a pass. Like, most of the Puerto Ricans and Latinos in New York have a pass, right? But sometimes they take they pass too far. They overstep the boundaries. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Fat Joe did in that incident with the chicks, at the versus. You know what I'm saying? And with this specific incident, I feel like he just, he thought that, I think he was speaking about Tariq Nasheed's followers, because they be giving him mad smoke and mad heat. And, like, I feel like Tariq Nasheed's followers gave me mad smoke, mad heat. So I'm just saying, y'all take that how y'all will. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never said not one thing against You understand what I'm saying? Niggas calling me all kind of, niggas ain't rocking this Monster fans no more. Niggas is like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep supporting Sean P, but rocking this Monster, fuck out of here, right? That's what all I did was disagree with one thing y'all said. With one thing, and that thing being, I don't think Fat Joe knew wholeheartedly who he was dissing when he said that. That's the only thing that's the one thing I disagree with. And I got smoke from all of y'all. I can appreciate the smoke, because it shows that niggas is at on some levels unified. You know what I mean? But I'm not that. Nah. I'm voting for everything black. I'm rooting for everything black all the time. It's just me. But salute Salute to my brother Bars Franklin behind the wall right now, who's a Puerto Rican, and who, before he was behind the wall, he was on the run for years. I mean, a serious on the run. Where was he at? My crib. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, welcome to the nation, y'all. If y'all made it to the end of this video, no, hold on. It goes like this. Welcome to the nation, y'all. I'm your tour guide, your host. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm mops the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, then, you know, leave us a super thanks or a Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App. Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link. Bandcamp link is there for all of y'all who would rather hear me rap than to hear me yap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all might feel that way right now. Y'all ain't like what I said in my last video. Click on the link and listen to rap. Y'all, you understand what I'm saying? Also, I got a new video out. It's called Winner Circle. Go run the numbers up. If you rock with Rock Miss Monster, you rock with Boot Camp Click, go, you know what I'm saying? Go get involved. I'm in there with a tie on and all of that. The feather in my hat. You know what I'm saying? You can show this to the kids. Yeah, also, you know, there's a BCC video out. Not the whole boot camp. It's me. It's a song called BCC. My mixtapes are on Bandcamp. Just make sure y'all all updated. Something else I wanted to say. I can't think of what it is right now. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to come back for that. Pause. Stick with me. I might get it. Hold on. I might get it. Nah, it's gone. Made it to the end of this video. Let me get 4 peace signs. Rock on, rock on.